Welcome, my friend, to this Operation Greatness podcast number 106. This is one to do. You're not just going to hear it, you're going to take action on it. You're going to implement it right as we are all going through this together. This is entitled Broadcasting the Humanity Liberation. I'm going to show you our header on here if you're watching the video, which if you're not, well then do this with us through Liberating Humanity Main Event.com. That's where I will show you this video, and this is critical for every one of us to do. If we have not met yet, I am Dan Klatt. I am the host of the Operation Greatness podcast. I am the author of the book Reignited America, and I'm the creator of the Liberating Humanity Main Event, which you are going to want to do yourself because this is the higher purpose of your life. It's why you are on the planet right now, because you are humanity liberator. So already right here, pause what you're doing, unless you're driving or something, or would get injured if you didn't, if you stopped or whatever. Pause what you're doing or make a note immediately upon when you can do this and give it your full attention. Do this video that we're doing together through liberatinghumanitymaineevent.com, and already begin broadcasting the humanity liberation. Okay, so what is the Liberating Humanity Main Event through which we are broadcasting the humanity liberation? The humanity liberation, so if you can close your eyes and visualize this right now, or when you can, then do this with your full attention, your full focus, your full presence, your full power, and this is what we are broadcasting into being. Together, we're creating this. Because here's the thing that I really want you to recognize. Your power is beyond measure. There's no limit to how much happiness, joy, fulfillment, well-being, peace of mind, success, prosperity, meaning, impact, contribution you can give to the world. You can enjoy yourself. You can receive. You can give to others, help them experience this. And that is exactly what we are all coming together collectively as our human family and enjoying ourselves and giving to each other. This is the greatest thing humanity has ever done. This is the most important gift you have ever given. This is your greatest contribution by far to the whole world. And because of you doing this yourself, doing this with and for all of your online friends, with and for your family and every one of your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, your colleagues, everyone in your community, your local area, this is the turning point in human history. And my friend, it's happened because of you doing this yourself and doing this right here, now using your power beyond measure and focusing it on all of us coming together and creating the humanity liberation. So what is the humanity liberation? See this very clearly in your mind, in your mind's eye, in your imagination, because this then is what you are broadcasting into being. Because where you give your attention is where you are giving your power, is where you are creating your life, and is where we are creating our world. So what you give your attention, you are empowering that. You are broadcasting that out, and then every broadcast you make, every creation you empower comes back to you as your life experiences. We're going to elaborate on that because it's critical that you understand how this works and that you master consciously the way you are creating your life. So, already right here, together, we are consciously creating the humanity liberation, which is the fact that all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of me. That means because of me, because of you, because of everyone in your family doing this with us, because of all of your friends in your life doing this with us, because everyone in your community doing this with us, and because of every one of your online friends doing this with us as well. All through, this is our Liberating Humanity main event, and we're doing this together, every one of us, through liberatinghumanitymaineevent.com. So you're going there now, and when you go there, you will see, if you're watching the video, I'm showing you the page, you will see at liberatinghumanitymaineevent.com, you'll see a little introductory video, and you will see our logo, liberatinghumanitymaineevent.com, and it's actually for 24 liberational days. And then you'll just give me permission to share the message with you and for all of us to get involved with this because we're doing this together and every one of us is doing this in our own path, you might say, our own cycle. Like you're right now, this is liberating humanity. Well, the Humanity Liberation Day 1 for you, because you're doing this right here, starting in a few minutes from now. And so this is day 1 for you, and then you're doing day 2 tomorrow. And our focus is that you have liberated your 12,000 people. And that means actively leading them, for example, right here into this Operation Greatness Podcast 106, broadcasting the humanity liberation. So you are leading all of your online friends into this podcast, and you're going to do that through your billionaire becoming freedom money link that you got once you joined us in the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, which is Chakra 3, that you'll see as part of our Liberating Humanity Main Event.com work. And so you're going to give yourself your own chapter. You're going to lead your own chapter of the Billionaire Becoming Alliance. I'm showing you that on the screen if you're watching that. That's Chakra 3 right here. You have 3 choices. You can pre-order the book based on what we're creating together in the Liberating Humanity main event, or you can join us as we're creating that over the 24 days. We're working together, and every one of us is doing this with and for every one of our online friends, our families, our communities. Or you can, I strongly recommend you give yourself, oh, it's actually Chakra 2, excuse me, not, I said Chakra 3 before. It's Chakra 2, the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, and you're getting your freedom money link anyway, and you're partnering with us in our Liberating Humanity main event, and then you're sharing that with every one of your online friends, and they're joining through your freedom money link, and then so you're getting your 12,000 people, and you can do that over the next 24 days. And I'm challenging you to be the first person to complete that Humanity Liberation Challenge. And I would like you to do that within the next 2 to 3 hours. That's what I'm challenging you to create right here. Do you accept that challenge? You know that you're here for so much more. And you also recognize that you were playing small your whole life before now. And now you're recognizing your power beyond measure and the power that you have to transform the world. You are leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating your 12,000 people. And I'm challenging you to do that today. And I'd like for you to be the first person and raise the bar for how much more is possible for every one of us. And I want to show the world your success, like to hold you in the leadership position at the top of the pyramid. If you're looking at our Liberating Humanity Main Event.com logo, you see that there's like a column of light in the center of the pyramid, and at the top of it is the pinnacle of excellence. And I believe that is your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, to be that one who has liberated the most people the fastest right here today in the next 2 to 3 hours during our Liberating Humanity Main Event through liberatinghumanitymeinevent.com. Does that feel right to you? Do you just have the inner knowing, you know something, he's right. I was playing small my whole life, and yet I've always known since I was like, well, when was that for you? When you were like 7 or 5 or 11 years old? You just knew that you're here for something big, and you probably didn't at that time know what that was. And then I'm guessing you got distracted and misdirected into the dumbing device, at least, more recently, perhaps. And you just, that dumbing device, you were distracted, divided, discouraged, because, well, this is disconnected from life, from reality, from God, from humanity, from the world, from your power, from your purpose, from your potential. And you started to just waste your life squandering your power, except even worse than just squandering your power, because, well, let me know if this was true actually. Were you in fact, quote, doom scrolling, which means actively feeding what you do not want? Were you doing that on the dumbing device? Like getting scared, falling for the narrative of hatred, division, violence, and fear? And you were empowering what you did not want through the dumbing device? The agent of disconnection, division, disempowerment, and discombobulation? And you were actually feeding what you did not want by giving that your power through your focus, through your attention, through your life force? You see how, you know how quickly life on planet Earth denigrated, you could say devolved, became tumultuous, and people are suffering, they're hurting, they're scared, they're feeling helpless and weak and disempowered. All of that was engineered to destroy us, to distract us, to make us cower in fear and separate us from each other, from our families, from our purpose, from God, from our potential, from our power. That shows us how vital you are, because look how quickly we lost our power, our way, our focus, our purpose, our connection, our community through this engineered division and violence and hatred and fear and disempowerment. That just happened over the last, since like March of 2020. And yet we have all the power. And what they, meaning evil, They call themselves globalists. Or elites, they call themselves. They're really parasites, predators, evil. And you know that. I mean, I don't have to go into all of that. It's so obvious. I mean, if you just look at any of my posts on Facebook or Twitter, I'm sharing all of this stuff to help you and others awaken. And I've been doing that since this happened, since someone shared it with me, and I had to hear it a few times. Like this woman, we had lunch together, and I actually interviewed her, and she was like sending me all these videos, and I was like, she's really into all this conspiracy stuff. Doesn't feel good watching it. And I started to like limit the amount of posts I would receive from her, but she kept on. And then other people were like sharing things with me as well. And I finally got the message, and it's like, wow, this is really happening. And we all need to know about this. And then I started to share this stuff. And anyway, I mean, everyone has their awakening in their own time based on how much programming we had taken into ourselves. And if you haven't yet awakened, then allow this to be that moment where you're recognizing how pervasive evil had become in our world. And don't give that your power. Don't continue feeding that anymore, because your power is sacred, because you are sacred. And you right here, now you're broadcasting. Using your power, you're broadcasting the fact that all 8 billion of us are healthy. We are wealthy. We are sovereign. And yes, we are free. And because of you making your own life healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free, and leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating all of your online friends, doing a little more today in being of greater service to more people. And that means everyone in your local area and all of your online friends. This is what you are broadcasting. This is what you are giving your attention, which means your power, and you are broadcasting this into being. This is what you are creating as your life, as your contribution to the world, as your gift, because, my friend, you are God's instrument for miracles. You are God's gift to the world. And by you doing this yourself right here with us all, liberating humanity together through the Liberating Humanity Main Event at liberatinghumanitymeinevent.com, this is where you're giving your power. This is what you are giving your focus. This is what you are creating and how you are creating your life and our world. Is there anything more important that you could imagine yourself doing now than this? You're making your life healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free, and you're leading every one of your online friends into becoming healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free themselves as your greatest contribution in their lives and their greatest contributions in the lives of everyone connected with them, all their online friends, as well as everyone in their communities. And this is how all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you owning your power, standing in your power, and commanding your destiny. This is the most important thing you have ever done, and your legacy gift to the world. This is our humanity liberation. And it happened because of you now creating this. So right here, is all of this clear? Do you recognize this? You have the power to transform the world. And you're doing that with us all. We're all serving and supporting you in this creation because you are humanity liberator. It is because of you that we are free. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you right now broadcasting this into being. This is your duty, your destiny. Does that make sense to you? You understand that, right? You have that inner knowing, yes, this is the higher purpose of my life. This is why all of the world is connected with me through social media. I'm accepting Dan's challenge, the Liberating Humanity challenge, and I'm getting my 12,000 people, and I'm going to focus on doing that as quickly as I can. And I'd like to do that within the next 3 hours, and that's where I'm giving my focus and what I am creating. I'm broadcasting that into being. And then you're right now sharing these posts, sharing your thoughts about all of this, and you're using your Freedom Money link in all the posts you're making as you are actively leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone connected with you as well as everyone online. And you're getting your 12,000 people. And then they are, in turn, following your leadership, your example, your guidance, your inspiration, your wisdom, and your presence, living your purpose. So you're getting your 12,000 people who are then getting their 12,000 people. And those 144 million people, all of whom you have liberated, you've transformed their lives and empowered them to transform the lives of everyone connected with them. Well, what is that? 8 billion people, and I don't know what it is, 8.3 or whatever now it is. I don't know what it is now. Anyway, I mean, 144 million of us liberating our lives actively and bringing everyone connected with us into our Liberating Humanity Main Event through our respective Freedom Money links. Well, I mean, you know that there's not enough room for 12,000 more people or even 1,200 more people. But what, 144 million people, if each of them got even just 100 people, that would be what, 14 billion people? Is that right? I think so. And, and that's almost twice the number of people we have on the planet. So that would be like what then, 50 people? The average person then could get like 60 people maybe total because of the work you did in paving the way for humanity's liberation right here now through our Liberating Humanity Main Event at liberatinghumanitymeinevent.com. You know that you're in the right place and you're the right person to do this because this is that so much more that you've always known is there for you. No more playing small, no more limiting yourself in any way ever again. No more holding back, no more living in fear. No, because all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. And that requires you to what? To come from love instead of fear, to come from abundance instead of lack, to welcome all of the good that's meant to be yours instead of feeling like you don't deserve it. You deserve all the happiness, joy, fulfillment, well-being, peace of mind, success, prosperity, meaning, impact, contribution that you desire, and so much more because you're no longer limiting the unlimited. The word I use for the infinite unlimited is God. You're no longer limiting God. All of this is for you to open to ultimately receiving God so much more deeply, so much more personally, so much more, well, depthfully, deep connection. You're allowing God to you're opening up and allowing God to move into your life and guide you, and through you, bless the world. That's what your work is. And your purpose is letting go and letting God, getting out of your own way, no longer limiting God. You're hearing this message, right? And you're no longer holding back because, oh, what if people unlike me or unfriend me? Or what if they criticize me? What if, blah, 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 scarcity, fear, lack. programming. No, this is humanity breaking out of the scarcity, fear, lack programming we had before now allowed ourselves to hold us back. We're getting out of our own head now, and we're going back to our hearts now, and we're not limiting God from working through the instruments for miracles. You are, and all of us are. We're getting out of our own way, and we're stopping blocking God. We're stopping blocking abundance. We're stopping blocking all of the good that is meant to be ours. Now, right here. This is our Liberating Humanity Main Event. So the way we're doing this, you're you're joining us for our 24 days of our Liberating Humanity Main Event, right? That's right here. That's where we're getting together for 24 days, and you can see the agenda for that. It's partially incomplete because that's only 19 days, was what it was originally. It's 24 days, and every day in every way we're getting better, better, and better. So what I mean by this is like when we're getting together live for our meetings every day, picture 36 minutes every day, and we're going through that day's chapter. And well, so we're starting with broadcasting this into being, the humanity liberation. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of me, because of you, and every one of us using our power consciously, creating the world we require. I mean, really hear these words. You're stepping up, you're playing full out, you're no longer holding back or limiting God in any way ever again. And everyone connected with you is following your leadership, your example, your guidance, your vision, your purpose. You're living your goals, desires, and dreams. And they're doing that themselves. That's why you want to become part of at least part of the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, that's chakra 2. You're giving yourself the best right there. And then you're saying, yeah, I joined at chakra 2 and I'm part of the Billionaire Becoming Alliance because all of us are working together and serving and supporting each other and living our best lives and never playing small ever again. And so they're going to follow your lead. It was good enough for you to do, and so they're going to do that themselves, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious. They're going to follow your example, and you're the mentor, you're the leader of your community, and that means everyone online as well as everyone in your local area, and you're going to actively lead and bring them into this humanity liberation. They're going to transform their lives, and you're going to be there guiding them every step of the way, right? So I'm asking you to have your own chapter meeting every night. I suggest at 7 p.m. local time, and where like you can do that if you're part of the Billionaire Becoming Alliance right there in our Private Wealth Alliance, our mastermind, and all of your online friends who have followed your lead and joined us in the Billionaire Becoming Alliance as Chakra 2, then they can meet with you, and I think others, like even myself, I don't know if we're in the same time zone, but we'll all meet at 7 p.m. our times, and or you can join me for my 7 p.m. chapter meeting for everyone in the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, and we'll go through that day's lesson and we'll go through the posts that we're all sharing. And this is how we're liberating every one of our online friends as well as everyone in our local area, following the system that I'm giving you to walk you through liberating everyone in your local community or beyond, like your whole state. I mean, like I'm in Sedona, and like an hour and a half drive is or less, probably an hour and whatever, 10 minutes or something. And I'm into the Phoenix metropolitan area. So, of course, I'm not going to limit myself to just Sedona and Flagstaff and Prescott and, Phoenix, Scottsdale, Glendale, the whole metropolitan area is like what, number six or number seven in terms of population in the US, I think, like 6 or 7 million or whatever it is. And every one of them, in other words, no one left behind. You're leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone connected with you and everyone you can reach. And there's no limit to that. And you're getting your 12,000 people who are getting their 12,000 people, and those 144 million people are getting whatever's left, like 60 people or whatever, and we have transformed the world. And this is the higher purpose of your life. It's the higher purpose of social media. It is why we are all connected with each other. You recognize that, right? This is the greatest thing you've ever done. So go all in, play full out, never hold back or limit God in any way ever again. Make that commitment to yourself. I'm done playing small. I'm not living in fear. I'm not letting fear hold me back ever again. Because that would be, I mean, how could I be so arrogant to think that, like, who am I to limit God? God wants to work through me and bless other people's lives. How could I say no to that? I'm playing full out. I'm not limiting myself because I'm afraid of what other people might think of me, because that would be turning my back on God. How could I have even thought it was possible or acceptable or all right for me to have ever done that? Because it never was okay. And yet I did it my whole life, and I'm done doing that now. See, that's where you make that key distinction. I'm done playing small. I'm done blocking all of the goodness that is destined to be mine. I am here to make a difference. I deserve everything that I want in life, right? I am worthy. I do matter. And now you see how much you matter. It is because of you that all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. And this is what you are broadcasting out there. Every thought you have is broadcasting out there and coming back to you as your life experiences. That's the operating system of the world, of the universe. Where you give your attention is where you're giving your power, and that's how you are creating your life and how we are creating our world. So use that power consciously and master what you are choosing to give your attention, because that is how you are creating your life and how we are creating our world. And now we're doing this consciously, and creating, we're broadcasting into being the humanity liberation. The simple fact that all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of me. Because of you and every one of us doing this themselves and doing this with and for everyone connected with them. That's why you're getting your 12,000 people, and you're joining us in the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, and all of your 12,000 people, including everyone in your local area. And you're not just stopping with 12,000. I'm just challenging you to do that in the next 24 hours. And I'm asking you to push yourself to focus and to make the commitment and to broadcast your creation that you've done. You've gotten your 12,000 people. You've done that in the next 2 to 3 hours. That's what you're accepting as the challenge. You're joining us in the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, and you're going all in and playing full out and allowing God to move through you to bless the world. And you've gotten your 12,000 who have gotten theirs, and then those 144 million people are getting everyone else. And this is how all of us, all 8 billion of us, are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you doing this with and for everyone connected with you as your greatest contribution to the world. So, this is what you are broadcasting, and do this consciously. So, even if you're, whatever, looking at your emails, I don't know if that's a good use of your power, you're keeping your frequency high. You are staying focused. You're present with life. You are present with this moment. You're not thinking about oh, I can't wait to get done with this video so I can. No, you're right here now. This is where you are in your power. You're standing in your power. You are owning your power. You are commanding your destiny. And this is the work for which you were born. And you're taking this very seriously. It means more than anything in the whole world. You living, honoring, achieving your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. This is why you are here. This is your duty. This is your destiny. All 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of me. This is my duty, my destiny. That's your personal mantra. This is where you are giving your attention. This is where you are focusing your life force, your energy. This is what you are creating consciously. And you're seeing this vision. Hey, I've gotten my 12,000 people and I feel so great knowing the difference that I made in the world. And they're getting their 12,000 people. And then those 144 million people are getting their whatever's left. And this is the greatest thing all of us has ever done. Coming back together as the human family. We're coming from, the acronym is PULP, P-U-L-P, so you can remember that. We're coming from prosperity, unity, love, and peace. Each of us is being of greater service to more people. We've transcended fear. We've eliminated the virus of scarcity, fear, lack programming. We're owning our power. We're standing in our power. And yes, all of us are commanding our destiny. This is my duty, my destiny. You recognize all this, right? So join us in the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, become Chakra 2, and make this happen in the next 2 to 3 hours. If you have to go the full 24 hours, well, I'm just challenging you to do this before anyone else, to show everyone how much more is possible for them by letting go and letting God, allowing the abundance that's meant to be theirs, just as you are doing right here, as all of us have come together as our human family and created the world we require. Are you on board with this? Is there any question about your need to do this? To go all in right here in the Billionaire Becoming Alliance as Chakra 2, and you're getting started right now, right here, right? Right? It is because of you that all 8 billion of us are healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free. This is your duty, your destiny. That's obvious. That's plain as day, right? You have the vision. You're broadcasting that into being now. All 8 billion of us have come together as our human family, coming from love, abundance, wealth, prosperity, being of greater service because of me. Hearing this message and taking it to heart, joining the Billionaire Becoming Alliance, and following through and getting all of my online friends and everyone in my local area joining my Billionaire Becoming Alliance through my Freedom Money link and leading their own. And I gave all of them the gift of financial freedom as my greatest contribution to the world. This is how much I truly, truly matter, because I rejected the fear, the scarcity, the lack programming, the virus. I transcended that. I transmuted that, and I owned my power. I stood in my power, and I commanded my destiny. This is my duty and my destiny, and I'm so grateful that I heard this Operation Greatness Podcast 106 and that I became part of the Billionaire Becoming Alliance. This is by far the most important and greatest thing I've ever done. It's been by far my best and most meaningful and gratifying contribution to the world. This is the higher purpose of my life, and I'm so grateful that I did it right here by watching this podcast and going over to Liberating Humanity Main Event.com, and I became the example, the inspired visionary leader the example of how much more is possible for every one of us. That was why I came here at this historic, monumental turning point in human history to be that leader, that inspiration, that example. This is why I am alive today, and I'm so grateful that I did it. You recognize that, right? This is your higher purpose. This is your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. It's the greatest thing you have ever done and the greatest thing you've ever been called to do. And now you're doing it. Now you're living that. And this is what you are broadcasting into being. I've gotten my 12,000 people who are liberating their 12,000 people who are liberating everyone else on the planet. This is my greatest gift to the world. I am healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free, and it is through me that everyone else is healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free as well. I'm so grateful I did this. Thank you for doing this. I'm so grateful that you heard this and took it to heart and did this as well. This is what you and therefore we have broadcast into being as our duty, as our destiny. The whole world is healthy, wealthy, sovereign, and free because of you. This is your duty, your destiny. It is humanity's gift that you are alive now and that you took this to heart and that you did this. And we all supported you and served you every step of the way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I believe in you. I know how much you matter. And I'm grateful that you heard this message, took it to heart, and that you have made me so proud. Thank you very much.